Welcome to Knot Wars, where we pit fishing's best knots in a head-to-head competition to determine which knots you can count on. Each week we tie and test two of the world's strongest knots. The loser goes home, the winner advances to the next round of competition where it faces another tough competitor. All Knot Wars will be conducted with the following lines: 15-pound Berkley Trilene Transoptic Monofilament, 14-pound Berkley Fireline in Flame Green, and Trilene 100% fluorocarbon in 15-pound test. Last week, in a brutal battle, the Berkley Braid knot beat the Berk knot. Now, if you missed last week's episode, here's how you tie the Berkley Braid knot, submitted by Clay Norris of Spear Lake, Iowa. The first step is to double the main line, insert it through the hook eye, and back up the main line. Going from the top down, make 8 wraps around both lines. Thread the loop through the gap between the hook eye and the last wrap. Moisten, then tighten by pulling on the main line, tag line, and loop. The toughest part about tying the Berkley Braid knot is the cinching process. Note too that when you trim, you're going to have to trim the tag end and the loop, so you're going to end up with 3. The challenger this week is the cheek knot, submitted by Richard Cheek of Memphis, Tennessee. Here's how you tie it. Start by running the tag end through the hook eye and run up the main line before doubling back to form a loop. Then run the tag end back through the hook eye, but in the opposite direction of the initial insertion. Wrap the tag end around the doubled line 4 times. Moisten and pull slowly, alternating between the tag end and the main line. With the knot seated, pull hard on both the tag end and main line to tighten, then trim. The cheek knot reminds me of the uni knot with a twist. It looks strong, but it can beat the Berkley Braid knot? Let's find out. Well, we've got the trusty knot testing machine already set up. We've got our challenger, the cheek knot, here on the right. We've got our reigning champ, the Berkley Braid, here on the left. Here goes. Well, we have a winner. The Berkley Braid knot has beaten the cheek knot, but I tell you what, the cheek knot is a superb mono knot, and I recommend you learn this knot. However, it's the Berkley Braid knot that moves on to next week because it performed better with fluorocarbon and braid. And that means it goes up against the reigning Knot Wars champion, the Fishing Fool knot. This is going to be a battle you're not going to want to miss. By the way, if you want to practice the cheek knot, the Berkley Braid, or any of the knots featured in Knot Wars, simply visit fishingclub.com and click on Knot Wars. Knot Wars, because no good fish story ends in a broken knot.